absolutely. And the thing is too is it's like, listen, Anna, listen. Okay, I need to ask you. I need to ask you about this. Okay, now Scarlett, you can follow up after I ask her this question. Okay, now Anna. Okay, I grew up. It's obvious. I'm a type of person who grew up around the hood, things like that. I've heard a lot of slogans in my lifetime. Okay, but here's something that struck me that I heard that when you was doing your thing, running your stuff, you was saying, and I quote, "Are you bitches broke? The fuck wrong with you? You hoes broke out here? We gonna get to it. Is that true?"
I mean, I may or may not have said that.
Yes, yes, yes. I knew it. I knew it. Listen, Kay. All right, now, Scarlett, can you please ask the question that I know you got for her?
Well, I was just gonna ask, like, I mean, I watched some of the interviews, some previous interviews and stuff, and um, people noted that you were known for being like overtly classist and rude to a lot of people, or like, I guess the service workers, I mean. Um, and I just wondered, was that like, did you intentionally do that to sell the persona that you're running on, or like, was it just kind of fun to be a rich asshole?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know which one is worse. I'd say that like this question just has it like as a premise that was actually true. So I don't know. I don't see myself like that at all. Like I don't know. I haven't watched the Netflix series, but I'm sure it was
we haven't neither. We haven't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
actually, that's not true. Scylla, haven't you seen it?
I have.
Oh, okay. Did they have her acting like that in the show? Because we don't know.
They do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Damn. How you feel about that, Anna?
Well, that's why I don't watch it, so I don't know. So I don't feel any kind of way about it. But I don't think that's true at all. Like I don't know. It's obviously not up to me to judge. If people say that's how I came across, that's obviously their opinion. So, but I don't see that was never my intention in any way. Like was not. I don't think that's how I come across. I mean, if somebody perceives me like that, it's obviously their valid opinion. But I don't know. I definitely did not really like put it on for any kind of purpose,
That's
Like
interesting.
what people like forget is like at that time, what was my kind of end game, because whatever I've done, that was never supposed to become public. Like none of that was on social media. It's like who knew at the time that any of this is like going to blow up the way it did. So it's like, how do you really, it's not like I knew or like I'm about to go to jail in about periods,
Shit. I mean, okay, so listen, like, the reason why I asked the question just because the God honest truth is this. Even if you were putting on extra, I still, like, we still fuck with it just because it's like, yo, you didn't have nothing and you had it so that motherfuckers believe that that's what you were. And my thing is like, you not from nowhere near Manhattan, okay? You came all the way from, okay, first of all, just outside of Russia, just outside of Moscow, okay? Went to Germany. You came to Manhattan, okay? And you had motherfuckers doing what you say. And I'm sorry, they ain't nothing more American to me than that. My mom wasn't born, my mom's from Brazil. My dad's African American. So it's like, immigrant communities I've known my whole life. And I'm sorry for you to walk in and have, motherfuckers, like, okay, so we saw a story where people were arguing who was going to take your pieces of artwork upstairs because you had $100 tip for them. You see what I'm saying? Now, for you to, let's say, regardless if you had the money or not, or you were supposed to be you not, motherfuckers did as you asked, as if you did. And like I said, it's like, when motherfuckers be talking that, you got to play the role or be that person, like, I get that. I really do. So for me, I just thought it was funny. I was like, I know this little short white girl from Russia ain't telling them, asking if they broke.
I'm 5'8".
That was some, I had to respect it.
Well, I'm not short. I'm like 5'8".
Oh, you 5'8"? Oh, damn. Well, I'm 6'3". Okay, so I apologize, okay? Scarlett here is 5'8".
I'm short in comparison to you, but yeah. I mean, Julia Gardner, she's way shorter than me. I think she's like 5'4" or 5'5".
Who's shorter?
The actress who played me.
Oh, okay, Julia Garner. Okay. So now I'm gonna get into this next thing, okay, that I have to ask you about. Now, I told you like I do, type of house music called ghetto house, etc. It comes from like the projects. A lot of the parties are like enclosed, hood parties, etc.
Yeah.
When I played it out in like Brooklyn and Bushwick, it went okay, but I felt like if I would have had a more urban crowd, it would have popped off better. Now the reason why I'm mentioning this is because you was fucking with one of them DJs that be DJing out in the Hamptons. Okay.
Which
I think
one?
I think it's LD. I think her name is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now, I have to ask you, like, I'm sorry, like, I have never been to one of them super hotel parties, and I've never desired to go. How did you feel being around that type of crowd? Was it just a means to an end to meet who you need to meet, or fuck with who you need to fuck with and leave, or did you like enjoy the environment that them cats be playing? Because I can't. I'm sorry. I cannot. Partying with them type of folks is just not my thing. Not that they'd invite me, but you get my point.
I mean, I don't know. A lot of people that I've met here, like they're all of them. They just come from somewhere. So it's like most of the people are not really from anywhere either. So, like her, she's like from somewhere in Brazil. So it's like they have worse stories than me, to be honest.
Are you talking about Brazil? Oh shit! Listen. Talking about partying in Brazil is a whole nother subject, man. Because I have and done it. I got fam out there, etc. Like, that's a whole different thing. Okay, that's a whole different thing. Now, what I wanted to ask you about, okay, so there was a hotel party in an article that she had written, okay. Now, most of the articles, like hearsay, whatever, none of it really like stuck out to me. But there was allegedly a party at the hotel. Fuck, my French is terrible, and I'm up here in Canada, and I do not speak no type of French. But I believe it was called Hotel de Louvre. That you had a party there, and she said it was no music and everyone being silent. And I'm just like, yo, that sounds a little awkward. I gotta ask her about that. Like, what is the deal with her description? Because I just want to hear from you what the fuck that was about.
Oh, like I've heard that question. I don't even know what she refers to be honest. I have no idea. There was no party at the hotel. I don't know. She threw some party in Paris. I really don't know. I can't recall at all.
I mean, I guess that was in Paris for some reason. I thought that was in New York. I'm tripping.